People over here all enjoying the sphere, everyone taking out their phones, checking out the beautiful colors and patterns and moving motion within the sphere. Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live once again from the West, more specifically in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here on the Las Vegas Strip, and even more specifically than that, we're in front of Madame Tussauds, Las Vegas. Now, I love wax museum. If you've been following this channel for any amount of time, you know I love wax museums. I've made it a mission to visit all the wax museums. I think I've visited every wax museum in the United States, but definitely love Madame Tussauds. Some of the best, most finely crafted wax figures as far as the artistry that goes into them. And there are Madame Tussauds spread out throughout the United States. There's one in Orlando. There is a Madame Tussauds in Times Square. There's one here in Las Vegas. This is actually the Venetian Hotel, is where the Madame Tussauds Las Vegas is. And as I travel around the country, I love to check back in with the different Madame Tussauds, or Tussauds. I think people criticize me all the time for the way I say it. I say Madame Tussauds, which I think is my attempt at trying to say it in the traditional French way without being able to speak French, but Madame Tussauds is what a lot of people refer to it as. But anyways, when I'm in the different cities that have the Madame Tussauds, I like to check them out, like to see what has changed, what figures they've added, what figures they've removed. Kind of gives you a finger on the pulse of society, of what is happening in the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. So please follow me. You see the sign up there, Madame Tussauds, says the world's greatest wax museum. So you head up here through the escalator, the moving walkway here. Uh-oh, okay. Looks like this side is closed. Looks like this gentleman is taping the carpet down. So I think we're, okay, I think we're good to go. Walkway's not moving. It's been raining a lot in Vegas. I think the walkways and escalators are all out of commission. And here we are. Oh, they keep repeating that this is the world's greatest wax museum on this digital billboard. And here's front desk. We'll get our ticket and we will head in. All right, now let's see who greets us here at the wax museum. This lady here says, "You ready?" I am ready, but I don't know. I don't know who you are. I am possibly painfully. Oh, there's her bit. I am ready for a good time. There's a digital version of her next to the wax version. Yeah, I'm a little out of touch when it comes to pop culture, so someone's gonna have to help me out here. Leave a comment in the comment section if you know who this lady is. Now I think this is Gaga, right? This is Miss Lady Gaga, always wearing these zany outfits there. Giant cages there around her shoulders. Here is Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious. I was just talking with Jen the other day. I had an idea for a video, and let me know what you guys think. I have not seen any of the Fast and the Furious movies. What would you guys think if I binged all the Fast and the Furious movies in one day? If I watched every single one of them and gave you my opinion? Just totally binged every single one from first to last without sleeping. Would you guys be interested in seeing that video? It says, "Forgive me, Father, I'm about to sin." There's Whoopi Goldberg as what was it, Sister Act, where she was the nun, and what was her biggest sin? I guess defending Roman Polanski. Sorry if that was a spicy take. All right, got this escalator, some thumping music taking us up the escalator here. Some stars in the air. Wonder what's waiting for us at the top here. And here at the top, we are greeted with the celebrity room. A lot of big congregation of celebrities. Some of those, the ones that are moving are humans. The ones that are holding still, those are wax figures. This is Jack Harlow. Looks like there's some information here. It looks like he is some sort of rapper. He apparently, according to this sign, he had his own meal at Kentucky Fried Chicken, the Jack Harlow meal. I don't ever remember trying the Jack Harlow meal. Maybe I missed out. Was anyone get a chance to try the delicious Jack Harlow meal? Yeah, one of the classic Wax Museum poses is curling up in bed with Mr. Hugh Hefner. All right, just hanging out here with my buddy Hugh. How's that? I should ask him how he's doing, but you know, he's dead. Here we have renowned, handsome person, Mr. Brad Pitt. So over here is Steve Aoki. Says that he is a musician. I think he may be, if I'm remembering correctly, I think he may be some sort of DJ. Does not explain why he has two flamethrowers that he is blasting in the air. And good thing they haven't added some real flames to these flamethrowers, as he would melt everyone, as everyone in here is made of wax. And here is Daft Punk. It says Daft Punk right across his visor, human and robot. Now Daft Punk is one of the few wax figures here where they have absolutely no flesh whatsoever exposed. I said before, I think John Cena is the wax figure that shows off the most flesh. I guess Daft Punk is the figures that show off the least amount of flesh. He's actually a really cool helmet. The dancing there with the music. Oh my gosh, you ever get the feeling someone's watching you? I was just over here looking at Daft Punk, and Leonardo here was glaring at me from behind. I turn around, he was just had his steely-eyed gaze right at me. Another person known for their handsomeness, there is Mr. Johnny Depp. But occasionally, you know, he gets a little dirty, puts some black on his teeth, and turns himself into Mr. Captain Jack Sparrow. Of course, I know who Beyonce is. I'm starting to get insecure in here in the Wax Museum. It seems the more I go to Madame Tussauds, the less I know who the people are. But I know who Beyonce is. She's a big deal. I know that. It seems like you can feel the world passing you by when you go to a wax museum and you recognize less and less people every time. But I'll always recognize Beyonce. Look at that. We have The Rock here, and looks like he's drinking a little bit of tequila. And look at this. The Rock drinks his tequila on the rocks. But seriously, Rock, why don't you come back and wrestle Roman Reigns? That's what we all want to see. Come back, Rock. Rock, come back. The actors are on strike anyways. Just come back and wrestle Roman Reigns, please. Do it for me. I had no idea who this person here was, but someone came by and actually said the word Kardashian. So I think this is one of the Kardashians.
Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, okay. Someone over here is telling me that this is Khloe Kardashian. The Kardashians, I know, are a famous reality TV family, but I don't necessarily know the different Kardashians here. It says hello gorgeous over her, and I guess you pose with her. She's got like you know, you want to stand behind her and do a little pose. Here is Channing Tatum. I don't know much about Mr. Channing Tatum. I think, along with Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp, I think he is another famed handsome man. This may be the Handsome Man Hall of Fame in here. It says this way gorgeous. I don't know why it keeps calling everyone gorgeous. I don't know, maybe that's a Las Vegas thing. This is the sports area in here. We have some famed men who like to drive cars. This is Richard Petty right here. He is a car driver. We have Dale Earnhardt. He is also a car driver, and apparently driving cars is in the family, because here's his son, Mr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. One of the greatest boxers of all time, Mr. Muhammad Ali. And they actually give us an opportunity to box him here. We got some boxing gloves, props here, so we can put on the boxing gloves and we can punch Muhammad Ali in his face. Also of note, Muhammad Ali actually kind of invented trash talking, and in some ways introduced like pro wrestling style promos into boxing, as he would trash talk his opponents and brag about himself. But still, he's gonna get punched. Bam, bam, punch, 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 punch. I don't think you're getting out of this, Mr. Evander Holyfield. You have a punch coming too. Punch, 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 punch. But either of these men could literally murder me in a fraction of a second if they actually saw me. Punch, 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 punch. Should I get into YouTube boxing? If I was a YouTube boxer, who should I box? Punch, 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 punch. Look on the side of the Evander Holyfield figure. You can actually see the chunk of his ear missing that Mike Tyson bit off. Oh, and here's a man who's had a punch in the face coming for a very long time. Mr. Don King, the famed boxing promoter. I know that Mike Tyson would probably like to punch him in the face a few times. Of course, you know, you don't want to hit a man. You don't want to hit a man with glasses. Over here we have Arnold Palmer. He's the guy that invented the Arnold Palmer drink, mixing tea and lemonade together, so an innovator in that sense. But he's also a famous golfer. See, this golf course here is actually back not too far from us, back behind the Las Vegas Strip. They have this golf course behind the Wynn. I guess he's got his bag of clubs here. I think we're welcome to take a few shots ourselves. Okay, they got a club here already out for us. There's Andre Agassi. He's a tennis player. You can see he's a tennis player because he is strongly embracing a tennis racket. Here we have Shaquille O'Neal, known in some circles as Shaq. He is a very tall basketball player. So tall, in fact, you can see he's almost can touch the rim while standing on his tiptoes. And it looks like we can actually shoot a few baskets here with Shaq. Although I guess gotta be careful throwing these balls; they don't mess up his beautiful wax face. Mr. Babe Ruth here. You can actually sit in the bleachers behind Babe Ruth and give him some advice while he tries to knock a homer out of the park. Take a seat here in the bleachers. Hey Babe, be careful. Don't swing that bat too far back. You might accidentally crack me in the face. Babe, you're gonna wanna hit that ball real hard. You're gonna knock it all the way out of the park. If you want the ball to go far, you gotta swing the bat very hard. Here we have RuPaul in the male form. Remember back in the 90s, RuPaul would only appear as a drag queen and would keep the male form secret. I guess now they've lowered the curtain a little bit and are okay with appearing in male form, enough to actually have the male form of RuPaul instead of the drag queen appear in the Wax Museum. Walking along this rainbow road here, oh, we have the angel wing, the classic angel wing pose. And Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. Oh, this is a real cool wax figure here. We have Missy Elliott there. I love how they did this, very creative. The Missy Elliott, they have her hair on the wall, spelling out Missy. That's pretty amazing. I gotta give it. I love that. That's a nice little touch. And over here we have Aaliyah, who sadly died very, very young in a plane wreck. Oh, I know who this is. Why men great till they gotta be great. We got Lizzo here next to a giant cake. See the giant cake slice here. Are we supposed to like pop out of the cake behind Lizzo? Yeah, I think this rap section here, I think this has been completely redone since the last time I'm here. Very, very nice. Here in the rap section, we also have Miss Gwen Stefani. Some more music down this pathway here. We have Katy Perry with her Hershey's Kisses there. And I don't know, Tim McGraw looks really out of place here. I mean, just with, you know, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. But yeah, you know what? Tim McGraw, you fit in just fine here. You see we have Miley Cyrus on her famous wrecking ball. See, she's actually been smashing the wall there and creating a pile of rubble. And we have our own wrecking ball that we can pose on with Miley here. This is probably the most infamous wax figure here in the whole museum. We have the Nicki Minaj figure here. See, they have a no climbing sign there. And that's because they were having problems. They actually had to move her around. They were having problems with people making just like, let's say, inappropriate poses with Miss Minaj here. There we have Snoop Dogg. He's got his jewel-encrusted microphone there. And a teeter-totter made out of drugs. A teeter-totter made out of weed drugs. And see this end burning here. Maybe the smoke blowing over here. Oh no! Oh no, Snoop! What have you done? You've accidentally blew drug smoke on Bob Marley. See Drake here. He is a famed Canadian musician. Here we have Bad Bunny. Now, normally I didn't know who Bad Bunny was until recently. He actually started appearing on WWE and wrestling matches. And the craziest thing, he turned out to be actually like an amazing wrestler. So I don't know him from his music, but I really was very, very entertained by him in a wrestling ring. Why you look so sad, Jacko? Now here we have Megan the Stallion. There, she's actually dressed in what appears to be newspaper clippings, but Megan the Stallion has her own stallion right here. You can actually climb aboard the stallion here for a photo op with Megan. Off in this little corner by himself, we have Mr. Tupac Shakur. Now, I've had a lot of fun on this trip to Vegas. This has actually been a real amazing, fun trip to Vegas. Got to do all sorts of fun stuff. How was your last trip to Vegas, Tupac? Oh, that's right. And there we have the woman herself, the woman that's responsible for all this, Madame Tussauds, or Madame Tussauds, or Madame Tussauds, however you want to pronounce it. She's the one behind all this. The famous wax maker got her start making replicas of severed heads during the French Revolution that have been chopped off with the guillotine. You can see some behind the scenes work here, sculpting the head of Tony Bennett there. See the different wax working tools. Who are they crafting here? It said party goers this way. So we head downstairs. Notice the tiger footprints as we walk down the steps here. I have an image here from the film The Hangover. You can see Caesar's statue there from Caesar's Palace with the mattress that had been thrown off the roof on to Caesar there, also covered in pigeons. Actually, it looks like these pigeons here are having a little pigeon party there. See, they have a little pigeon cooler, little pigeon party hats. And they have a Hangover themed bar down here. Standing right at the bar, we have Alan from The Hangover, complete with his satchel. Love this movie. Actually, one of my favorite Las Vegas themed movies. It's a lot of fun. I actually watched it recently. Some of those movies you watch, you want to smile. It's a good time. See the chicken up there. Some quotes from the movie. Would you put some pants on? I feel it weird having to ask twice. Oh, and there we have the trashed hotel room in here from The Hangover. You know, the pictures are askew. There's bras hanging everywhere, alcohol discarded. I don't know why there's a teddy bear in that tree. Got Mike Tyson here hanging out in the trash suite. The suite in the movie was at Caesar's Palace. You can see spilled drinks, poker chips everywhere, discarded women's clothing. Hey Mike, you'll be happy to know I punched Don King in the face upstairs, but what's back here? Is there a tiger? Is there a tiger? Oh yeah, there's a tiger in the bathroom. How are you doing there? Let's see, what is there? I'm gonna put my arm in here to see what else is in the bathroom. All right, just mostly a tiger. Hey tiger. The police car here. Police car out here in front of the wedding chapel. Oh, notice here it says Elvis has left the building, is no longer available for weddings. That's true. The state of Elvis Presley has tried to put an end to Elvis impersonators creating marriages, doing weddings here. So who do we have as a replacement at the wedding chapel doing weddings? None other than Nicolas Cage. Which actually, to be honest, I think I'd rather get married to have Nicolas Cage conduct a wedding rather than Elvis. Actually, there's a connection there. Remember, Nicolas Cage actually married Lisa Marie, so at one point he was Elvis's son-in-law. And here we enter the Vegas room. I love the different local flair at the different Madame Tussauds, and they do not disappoint here. Lots of famous Vegas residents. See the Blue Man Group. They actually perform over at the Luxor, the Pyramid Hotel. Yep, they're blue. They are men, and there are 3 of them. So yes, they are indeed the Blue Man Group. See, pounding on these weird drum tentacles. Here we have Donnie and Marie. I actually got to see Donny Osmond. My mom took us to see the Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in Chicago once upon a time. It was amazing. Mr. Evel Knievel, we ate at his pizza restaurant, Evil Pie, the other day. So, Mr. Evil, would you mind if I took your motorcycle on some sweet jumps? It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Do-do-do-do. It's not unusual to be loved by everyone. Do-do-do-do. Oh my goodness. This has been a few years in the making here. Last time I was here was during the pandemic, and you were not allowed to climb in the chip pool. But you know what? Pandemic over. I get to jump in a giant pit of slightly filth encrusted chips here. It's like a lot of a lot of people have been in here, a lot of body filth on these chips, but I don't care. I'm ready to jump in. Let's make some chip angels. How deep is this chip pool? Woo-hoo! Vegas! Look, I'm vomiting chips. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh man, this was worth the wait. 2021 I was here, no swimming in the chip pool because of the pandemic, but now nobody can stop me. Yeah, no matter how hard I try, I can't get to the bottom of the chips. It just keeps getting deeper, and it's hard because they flatten out, they're hard to dig in. Oh my gosh, I want to be completely buried in chips. I can't quite get there. Woo! Oh, total Scrooge McDuck moment here. Chips. See the welcome to fabulous Las Vegas sign, along with some showgirls and mobsters, the true heart of Las Vegas. Las Vegas, of course, one of the only cities founded entirely by criminals. And this is Bugsy Siegel here, one of the mobsters that helped found Las Vegas. He started the Flamingo Hotel and kind of caused a lot of the great expansion you see in Vegas today. All right, everybody put their gamble money on the table. We're getting ready to start a gambling game here. You have to put your money on the table, and then if you lose, you get everybody's money. But if you win, you get everyone's money. If you lose your money. So make sure any money you put forth in this gambling game is money that you can afford to be gambled away. Because if you gamble all your money, you're gonna be in a bad situation. We have Louis Armstrong there, one of the most famous trumpeteers of all time. Here we have Bette Midler dressed like Sailor Moon. Here we have Celine Dion holding her microphone up in the air. I do believe she had a show. Sometimes these big celebrities, they get like shows where they play every night in Vegas. I think that's when you know you've made it. And apparently Elvis really has left the building. Not only can he not perform weddings, he is no longer here at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. Mr. Wayne Newton. I know he's a singer in Las Vegas. I just remember him. I remember there was like an episode of Roseanne where they visited Vegas and Roseanne was obsessed with seeing Wayne Newton. We have Mr. Liberace, the very eccentric piano player. He's even got his eccentric piano right here. Oh, okay, this is one of those oh, okay, you can't play the ivories, but you can play the black keys. Then you got Stevie Wonder over here jamming on his Yamaha. A lot of famous piano players in this room. And here behind this piano we have the Rat Pack, one of the most infamous group of celebrity buddies in Las Vegas history. You have Frank Sinatra, of course, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr., the best of friends at all time. Everything they did together. We have Siegfried and Roy. That is Roy. That is Siegfried. They're famous for their white tiger. You see the vicious looking tiger there, which is actually very, very sad to because they were known for the white tiger, but it's actually a white tiger that severely bit Roy and ended his career. A very horrible, he did not perish in the attack, but he was very, very severely injured. It was really, really terrible to see, but they are true Las Vegas icons here. And I guess, you know, probably they did love the tiger. They did defend the tiger, so they probably would not have a problem being displayed here with the tiger. Oh, here's another magician, Chris Angel, known as the Mind Freak. Mind Freak. Now they do have a 4D Marvel movie, which I'm opting to pass on today. We have a few Marvel figures here in the lobby. We have Spider-Man and the very massive Hulk there, and Mr. Captain America with his famous shield. Have a Carnival 4D shooting game as well. I think we're gonna forego that as well, but I do love this this clown right here. I'm looking at him and I'm trying to figure out if this is a different wax figure that they have painted as a clown. Does anyone think this was someone else before he was a clown? Leave a comment in the comment section. So thank you for joining me here today at Madame Tussauds, Las Vegas. Definitely had some new stuff in there. I loved the new room with Lizzo and Missy Elliott. That was new. That was really cool. And super excited about the pool of chips being open. I was so bummed when I came during the pandemic and I couldn't swim in the chips. So finally got to swim in the chips. I really love the Vegas room. I love when the local wax museums really tie it into the local culture, the local pop culture, the local history. So I definitely love this particular Madame Tussauds, but I love all of them. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you like these videos, please subscribe. I travel around the country, film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, other fun stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop, doing personalized messages on Cameo. All that information is in the description of this video, and all that goes to help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Till next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.